Yo, got another video for you guys. And this one is kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a conspiracy theory, because we know it's facts, but at the time when this man, Jonathan Oddi, was speaking on Diddy, everyone thought he was crazy until now. I mean, I remember seeing this guy and I seen this leaked interview. I was like, Diddy gay? He was saying some other stuff as well. He was talking about Rick Ross, Khaled being gay, and I thought this guy's off his head. He's crazy. But you know, if that's if all the stuff he was saying back then was somewhat true, I mean, we've now come to light all the things about Diddy has been proven to be true. So all the other stuff, could it be lies? I mean, I don't even know if we could believe that Rick Ross is gay. But you know, I'll put this into perspective. Okay, Mr. C's Biggie's DJ or someone like that. He hang around. He likes transsexuals. Biggie, suspect bars in lyrics. Very suspect, strange bars. Diddy, borderline weird behavior with semen. You know, it's odd. So, you know, birds of a feather flock together. So I don't even know to say that what he was saying about Rick Ross and Khaled could be wrong. It might be true. There's no proof out there saying that Rick Ross is gay. You know, he has a bunch of women around him, but then again, so did Diddy, and he doing some gay ass stuff, rubbing men's semen on his chest. You know, I don't know man juice on me. It's gross. But yeah, we're gonna watch this. Cause this guy, we're gonna see. I might just pause it and see what has become true out of these allegations. Let's see.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Cause what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave.
So at the time, Odie's story seemed
Okay, so at the time, that seemed crazy, right? But now we got all the court documents coming out, everything's come out, and it turns out that, yeah, he was telling the truth. Diddy was in the corner doing his little Diddy thing with his baby oil. You know, I mean, Gene Dill came out and he told us about the butt plugs and stuff like that, and that seemed odd. Like, why a man? I mean, it could be butt plugs for Cassie, but why a man need butt plugs, man? I don't want nothing in my ass. Diddy might be into that type of stuff, but I ain't into it. Crazy, right?
with why he's agreed to talk now. Listen to this.
And I think she's a decent person. And unfortunately, I had a suspicion that she was in a situation that she was in, but I wasn't sure. And now I understand what was going on in her life and what was happening. And him beating her up in the hotel shows me the type of individual he is, and confirms that everything that happened to me was true and correct and in line with his personality.
So his speech.
Wow, you know, all the as crazy look as crazy as he seemed at the time, he was a decent person. I remember everyone clowning this guy, saying he was Diddy's sex. I was like, ah. But you know, did he know the truth, man? Did he know the truth? What's in the dark comes out to the light always. You know, that's why it's always good to be really forefrontful, truthful.
Chicken deal, a model chicken deal, you could say. And they called me, which show offering me more money to perform sexual acts. And that's it. That's how I basically got started. I get dressed like a police officer, I do a show, I do a strip down, and then, you know, they offer me some more money. They offer me some more money to do some extra stuff.
See, what's even weird is that look, everybody deserves to have a life, right? Even a private life. But you know, when you become famous, it makes it hard to keep your private life private, especially when you want to indulge in these type of, you know, escapades, as I call it, because he is like, you can't not know who Diddy is. If you walk down the street, you know who Diddy is. But he was going under the alias of Frank Black, booking hotels, and Cassie was in with a wig. So they were famous people trying to live a somewhat normal life. It's like once you earn some amount of money, you know, you are in a situation where you can't really keep things private unless you become like some sort of secret billionaire when you win the lottery. That's it. But when you make money through the public and you're a public figure, that's your private life out the window. Nobody gonna see you and see you as a normal person. They know you have money. That's the way things are.
Watch and masturbate, and he'd say, you know, he'd tell her, give her instructions what to do to me. Perform oral sex, rub baby oil, then he'd tell me rub baby on her, perform oral sex, and then have sex.
How many times did you have sex with Cassie?
Probably like 15 sessions.
And what did you get paid? How much?
It would be like 800 each time. Each act. But sometimes they'll call me twice. I'll leave, and then 3 hours later, they would call me, come back.
Wow, man. Did he spending that big bucks on Cassie, man? It's weird. Because my mind can't fathom how this guy's mental capacity works. Because you got a hot girlfriend, you letting strangers have intercourse with her? Like, it makes no sense. Especially the fact that someone like Kid Cudi would be trying to date Cassie and he'd be pissed. It's odd, isn't it? You think to yourself, like, wait a minute. So, random strangers is fine, but again, a rapper isn't. You know? It's weird, right? And it goes to show, like, maybe that's his mind frame. He likes random people. I still can't get my head around. Like, random people, fine. Rappers, no. No rappers. Random people you can meet up with. It's a strange mind frame to try and figure out why he is, you know, doing this.
Or video?
Because after she passed out, I decided to record that. So in the event anything worse happened, like if she died, or anybody died, it will be on camera, it will be on video, what happened. So I wouldn't be responsible for any of that.
So you were beginning to worry about her doing drugs. I mean, like about her dying, or him dying, or somebody dying from the drugs, and that you would be held responsible. So you brought a video. You brought your phone?
No, I had a USB video memory stick done like a spy shot, and I put it in the water on the table, in the living room table of the hotel I was upstairs. I just filmed it, and it had everything I described, and it had them we were paranoid, so I wanted to guarantee my safety. So I texted him. I said, "Hey, if anything happens to me, I got evidence I've been with you." At the settlement table, there was a lot of irregularities. Okay, it was my first settlement, so they brought me in, and Diddy had a T-shirt with two men in ski masks pointing, making gun signs. Okay, and it was black and white, and it had a red frame. Okay, but that's the way he operates. He communicates, threatening you, like saying, "I'm gonna have you killed."
Now that I
That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Cause it's weird how they how can I put it? They said that he got like 5 million. You know.
So Oddi says to prevent the recording from going public, that's what he was just talking about, Diddy had him sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, in exchange for $5 million in hush money. This was in 2014. The Daily Mail ran a screenshot of what appears to be a signature page signed by Sean Combs and Oddi. We have not been able to obtain the document or verify its contents or authenticity, nor have we been able to verify the existence of the video that you heard him talking about. Now, according to Daily Mail's report, the timing coincided with a spending spree by Oddi of Florida real estate, and it also coincided with Oddi's divorce. His ex-wife tells the Daily Mail that she found out about his windfall only after their split.
Basically, the day the incidents happened at Trump National Doral, I had to take medication, and I didn't. I'd been diagnosed bipolar, but I wasn't sure I was bipolar, and I had an episode, and basically, I've been taking medication every day. I've been stable. I had no issues in jail. I've had excellent behavior in jail. Yeah, I'm ready to come out to society and be a productive member of society.
I hope Odie's fine, man. You know. Yeah, there was a lot of people on the internet did find out that he was spending a lot. They said he had like a windfall of money. I was like, cause this was at the time. This was the time when everyone thought he was crazy. But then everyone done the little digging and found out that he did come into a lot of money. I was like, whoa. Thing about Diddy that's really weird. He was making such a big deal about giving Cassie a certain amount of money, but then he gave this guy $5 million as hush money. But he didn't want to pay Cassie a penny. And just because of that, it ruined him. Because if he had paid up beforehand, all this wouldn't have blown out of proportion. It would have been as hush hush as Odie was. Where people thought he was crazy, it wouldn't have gone so big. Because Diddy was so stubborn and was making out like she was lying, his fans turned against him because we don't know what to believe anymore. Plus, we don't know that he was lying to us because the video came out and everything, and it's destroyed all these companies, and they're destroyed him and his companies. It could have been something that would have been like, I know it's one of those things where you think people come up and everyone wants money. When you have money, that's the way the world works. When you have money, everyone try and get money from you. But to maintain integrity and your lifestyle and just the overall persona of you in the public eye, you need to just make sure some of these things don't come out. I'm not saying he shouldn't be not found guilty of anything, but because he didn't pay, because he was stubborn, because he thought he was bigger than the program, he ends up where he is now, in prison. If he just paid, everything would have been gone. He ended up paying more he paid more because he had to pay more in the settlements. Plus, he paid more where everything's destroyed. The whole empire's crumbled. So, at the end of the day, it's one of those things, man. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'm out.